Hello guys and welcome to my let's play of the Stanley Parable. I stumbled upon this game by accident and it's really the trailer really sold the game all by itself, so I purchased it immediately and I want to play this game blind because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun and I want to share that with you guys. So let's get started. I already tried it for a bit and it starts with a cinematic, so I'll be quiet a bit.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, that's my cue to move. Alright, so we're playing as Stanley in kind of a weird world. In this weird world, Stanley is kind of a...
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, perhaps I did. Stanley is kind of a simple fella, perhaps. I don't really know yet, but he surely has no real need for an interesting life.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. So there's obviously also a door on my right. I think this should be more interesting.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So the door closed behind me, so I cannot go back. Doors. I already played a small part at the beginning, so I basically know that all of these doors are locked. Although this game, I expect it to be quite unpredictable in many ways, so perhaps they are open at random.
Yes,
Another
truly
door
a
closed.
room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, the clock works. Nice. Let's just see if it springs to the... Oh, it does. It's an analog clock for the most part.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I think that's sarcasm.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Will I? I know that if I go through this door, I have to go through a bit of platforming and stuff. It might be interesting. No, it's not really platforming. It's just waiting for a platform to bring me somewhere. But I could do that. I have not yet tried this option though, so I think I'll do this.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, we get another option here as well. Excellent.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Alright, so they don't really give me a choice here.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right, my mistake.
Awesome.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
This game is awesome. This game is brilliant.
Down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? There's a car in here, interesting. Quite a square car. Alrighty. Ooh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
Cool.
It's rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
This is brilliant.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going to enjoy this so much. I'm smiling so much it hurts.
When
Oh, this is
Stanley...
the different room.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, alright. A lot of choices this time. Can I? No, I can't. Let's go the other way around then. Just picking a door at random, really. I haven't played this far into the game, so I was really surprised by the by the room full of screens, for example, and the restart of the story. All right.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now there's no doors.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Alright. Of course now doors might open and everything. I kind of expect that the game will lead me for most of the way, but yeah. Impossible to tell, really. Alright, not those doors.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
Alright.
The story. Here it comes.
Don't recognize this.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Phew. Oh, no. Excellent.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No,
Well, do you know what?
Well,
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
well, thank you, but
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
No, I
Some
didn't.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
So I would like to think that we've already
All
started
right,
the game.
I've got a
but-
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Well, I have. Oh, did it? Oh, I just got stuck behind the drawer there. Alright, so last time we went to the. Well, not to the anything, we went straight ahead this time. Just gonna follow the line a bit. Patience on the screen there. Interesting. I doubt that those doors will ever open when I interact with them somehow.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that
all right.
existence, right?
I don't believe that
Okay.
door was open
Now,
just
if
now.
my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, of course. That line is really. Might have actually to reduce the sound in this particular part because the music is rather loud, I think. But I mean, I only have to reduce it if I'm talking through it, of course. And you cannot really hear me above it. Never mind. Just going.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Fun.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright, so it's a fern. I'm not really sure how I can remember a fern, but alright, I'll try.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Alright, let's just keep on moving. Oh, there we are again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, nice. Well, the beauty of this Let's Play is that I don't have to talk all that much. The game is doing the talking for me.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, let's. Alright.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I have to.
Go wild.
Oh,
Use
dear.
your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Whew, that corridor was weird. It went around too many times.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's trademark. Well, I have to go in the same direction as the line. I can't really walk around it. Ah, there it goes. There it disappears. And another.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're
You know what?
trying
I'm
to
gonna walk the other way around.
there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Doesn't really exclude the left door though from being the right door, but very well.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Confusing ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh, this game is brilliant.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, perhaps I did. It's not like nothing weird's going on. Ah, the doors are
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Oh, we're gonna... Oh, fine. We're gonna go through the left door. Why not?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm just reading this. There's a bit. Push for funding, research and development of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of the future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items, write the next day's agenda, reflect. Alright. Bi-quarterly post-review. But I stupid idea, more watercolor heaters. Charts need to be more nip to appeal to teenage demographic something. Finds teenagers to put in the teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Size of demographic. What does it say over here? 10? 10, I don't know. No more bins. Trash cans, renaming of the ideas, something, firing of me, ideas bin. Oh well, anyway, what's this? What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs, graphs about things plus money. We have our, what does it say? Our new product. The stock market is somewhere here. What is hot? Target demographic teenagers. Oh dear. Somebody has been experimenting with PowerPoint. PowerPoint? No, not PowerPoint. How is it called? Excel or something? I don't know. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee, remember that it takes two people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. I was just speed reading that because there's no way that I would be able to read out all of that before the slide disappeared. Actually, I can pause the game, can I? Yeah, this pauses the game, I think. Excellent. Alright, talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation, with a typo of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Alright. Synergize core values, expenditure, shift, global market, parrot, monetize, free to play. ESC. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passively, passive-aggressively on other co-workers. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Well, I don't know. I don't really know. That's a circle, I suppose. Oh yeah, I suppose that it kind of is a circle, yeah. Let's move on. Enough reading for today. Ooh, the broom closet. Yeah, I thought as much. It was specified on the board. It was written on the board that somebody
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
So I was reading the board, and there was somebody locked in there, but not anymore apparently.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Of course, we can go downstairs. I don't know. The story is confusing enough while I am following the directions of the narrator, so let's actually do what he says this time. Executive bathroom, I can't go in there. Alright. Can't go in there either. Neither.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Right.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh, very, very nice. How about that? A chance of 1 in 10,000 that I would guess the correct code, and I guessed it in one try. Ooh, a little bit laggy there.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Excellent. Bit spooky in here somehow.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, he is right about it not taking much longer before we know why Stanley hasn't got much interest in an interesting life. Dark room, presumably something happens when I press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, I'm curious, definitely. Yeah, alright. We can move further. Cameras? I don't know. Yeah, fine, why not?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. Lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
He has a nice voice, this guy. Very nice voice indeed. It's a pleasure to listen to it. To him. Right.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ooh. I'm just wandering around here a bit. Cool little room or area down here. Bouncing off the stairs. Yeah, I don't know. This is there's not much interaction in this this game. I don't think. There's a few buttons. Buttons here. Yeah. One button to be precise. Mind controls aisle, awaiting input, and a bit of what is that? It's hard to make out. Can get a bit more closer.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I'm very tempted to just press the on button. Let's try what that does.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Did they come from above?
Until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this
Probably not gonna make it anyway.
I don't know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are.
Oh, maybe you have to press them in order or something? I don't know, there was a number 5, but I didn't actually notice any other
I'll
buttons.
tell you exactly what happened to them.
Might have overlooked
I
them.
raised them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Number 5's right there.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it.
Will we make it? I think so.
But extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right
is there
now?
number 6?
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes.
Look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, that's not even a button.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Ooh, big button.
This is not a challenge.
Incorrect.
It's a
It's a
tragedy.
password.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
I'm going to assume that I can't do anything about this.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
I don't know.
Another
I don't even
choice.
understand the
Make it count. Or don't. It's all
idea
the same
behind
to me.
the
All
colored
part of
buttons.
the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
I have to say, this game is quite an experience. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Alright, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you guys for watching and see you in a bit.